Are you ready for a new episode of ReeR Academy? Well, let's get started. Today we are going to talk about how to choose a device based on its safety characteristics. To do this, I first need to explain how to assess the potential risks for an operator. According to the ISO 13849 Part 1, the risk assessment depends on three main factors. 1. What is the severity of the injury for the operator? Would the injury be reversible or irreversible? 2. What is the frequency of exposure of the operator to the danger? Rarely, briefly, often or continuously for long periods of time? 3. Is the operator able to avoid the risk or not? In some cases, it may be possible under certain conditions. In other situations, it may be unavoidable. The combination of these three factors defines the performance level required for the machine to be considered safe. Finally, the risk assessment should be repeated after the safety measures have been installed, with the aim of verifying that the machine has become safe to an acceptable level. Of course, there are specific regulations that define how to carry out a risk assessment. More details can be found in the EN ISO 12100 norm. Having established how the degree of risk is measured, let's go over what parameters form an advanced safety device. The first parameter is the architecture of the safety device, in other words, its internal structure. There must be two defined channels, which both simultaneously mitigate the operator's risk. This way, if a problem arises in one of the two channels, the other will identify the fault, stopping the machine promptly. The second parameter is called diagnostic coverage, telling us the percentage of faults that can be identified. For the most advanced safety devices, it must be of at least 99%. Oops! The third parameter is fault resistance, which is the ability of the system to remain safe even in the presence of a failure. For this reason, it is very important to exclude common cause failure (CCF) during the design phase. CCFs include systematic failures that could happen to both channels simultaneously due, for example, to environmental conditions or current overloads. Finally, the last parameter is the degree of reliability, indicated by the average time between two dangerous failures. This must be of at least 30 years. It seems like a very long time, right? And I would probably look like this by then. It is the combination of all these factors that defines the performance of a safety device. For high hazardous applications, a device with higher safety characteristics will need to be used, where all these factors are factored in to their fullest extent. For less hazardous applications, a device with lower safety characteristics could be acceptable. The safety performance of a device is calculated according to different standards, including ISO 13849 and IEC 62061, and classified according to performance level (PL) and safety integrity level (SIL). For example, safety light curtains may be rated as Type 2, with safety level up to SIL 1 and PL-C, representing the minimum level of protection a device should have to be considered a safety device, or Type 4, with safety level up to SIL 3 and PL-E, representing the highest level of protection. Instead, Safety controllers may be rated, for example, as up to SIL 3 PLE, which is the maximum safety level they can reach, depending also on the safety level of the safety devices being managed or connected to the system. Well, another episode of ReeR Academy is over, but I look forward to seeing you in the next one.